Life is inherently filled with challenges. We face daily stresses that trigger our body's natural fight or flight response. This response releases a hormone called cortisol. We often associate stress with external factors. However, some of the most significant sources of stress originate from within. Dishonesty, both towards ourselves and others, creates a profound internal conflict. It generates a constant undercurrent of unease. Every act of dishonesty, no matter how small, chips away at our sense of self. We create a false persona, a mask that we wear to hide our true selves. This inauthenticity is exhausting. It requires constant vigilance to maintain. Our minds become battlegrounds torn between the truth and the facade we've constructed. This internal struggle manifests physically as stress. Our bodies know the truth, even when our minds try to deny it. Cortisol levels rise, and we experience the cascade of negative effects associated with chronic stress. Authenticity, on the other hand, is incredibly liberating. When we choose honesty, we align our actions with our values. This alignment brings a sense of inner peace. It allows us to move through the world with greater ease and grace. Truthful communication is essential for healthy relationships. It creates a foundation of trust and respect. When we feel safe to be our authentic selves with another, we experience a deep sense of connection. This connection acts as a buffer against stress. It provides us with support and understanding during challenging times. Choosing honesty requires courage. It involves facing uncomfortable truths about ourselves and our past actions. However, the rewards far outweigh the initial discomfort. By embracing authenticity, we free ourselves from the weight of deception. We open ourselves to a life of greater peace, joy, and connection. We all have parts of ourselves that we'd rather not acknowledge. These are the aspects that we deem unacceptable, unworthy, or shameful. They are the shadows that lurk beneath the surface of our conscious awareness. These shadows often originate in childhood. Perhaps we were told that certain emotions were not okay to express. Maybe we experienced trauma that we've tried to bury. Whatever the reason, these unintegrated aspects of ourselves don't simply disappear. They continue to exert their influence from the shadows. These unacknowledged shadows can manifest in unhealthy behaviors, negative thought patterns, and chronic stress. They keep us trapped in cycles of self-sabotage and suffering. Shadow work is the courageous act of bringing these hidden parts into the light of consciousness. It's about befriending all parts of ourselves, even the ones we'd rather disown. Section 5. A journey into the shadow self. Shadow work is not about dwelling in negativity or reliving past traumas. Instead, it's about approaching these aspects of ourselves with curiosity and compassion. It's about understanding how they have shaped us and how we can integrate them into our wholeness. One powerful practice is journaling. Set aside some time each day to write freely about your thoughts and feelings. Don't censor yourself. Allow whatever arises to flow onto the page without judgment. As you write, pay attention to any recurring themes or patterns. What are the beliefs, fears, or insecurities that keep surfacing? Another helpful practice is working with a therapist or counselor. A skilled therapist can provide a safe and supportive space to explore your shadow self. They can help you understand the origins of your wounds and develop healthy coping mechanisms. Remember, shadow work is a journey, not a destination. It's an ongoing process of self-discovery and integration. Be patient with yourself and celebrate each step you take towards wholeness. Section 6. Integrity, the pathway to peace. Living with integrity is about aligning our actions with our values. It's about showing up authentically in the world. When we live with integrity, we no longer need to expend energy on maintaining a false persona. We are free to be ourselves fully and completely. This alignment between our inner and outer worlds creates a profound sense of peace. We are no longer at war with ourselves. We experience a sense of wholeness and congruence. This inner peace naturally leads to lower cortisol levels. Our bodies and minds relax, knowing that we are living in accordance with our truth. Kindness is an extension of integrity. When we are kind to ourselves and others, we create a more harmonious existence. Kindness is not about weakness or naivety. It's about recognizing our shared humanity and treating ourselves and others with compassion and respect. Section 7. Cultivating self-compassion. We are often our harshest critics. We judge ourselves relentlessly for our perceived flaws and shortcomings. This inner critic can be a major source of stress and anxiety. Self-compassion is about treating ourselves with the same kindness and understanding that we would offer to a loved one. It's about recognizing that we are all imperfect beings, doing the best we can with the tools we have. When we make a mistake, instead of berating ourselves, we can offer ourselves words of comfort and encouragement. We can acknowledge our humanness and extend ourselves the same grace we would extend to others. Self-compassion is not about letting ourselves off the hook or ignoring our areas for growth. It's about approaching ourselves with a spirit of gentleness and understanding. When we cultivate self-compassion, we create a more supportive and nurturing inner environment. Section 8. Mindfulness, finding stillness in the storm. Our minds are constantly racing. We are bombarded with thoughts, worries, and to-do lists. This mental chatter can be incredibly stressful. Mindfulness is the practice of bringing our attention to the present moment without judgment. It's about becoming aware of our thoughts, feelings, and bodily sensations without getting swept away by them. One simple way to practice mindfulness is to focus on your breath. Notice the rise and fall of your chest as you inhale and exhale. If your mind wanders, gently guide it back to your breath. You can also practice mindfulness during everyday activities. Pay attention to the sensations of washing the dishes, walking, or eating a meal. As you practice mindfulness, you may notice that your thoughts slow down. You may start to experience moments of stillness and clarity. This is the space between thoughts where peace and tranquility reside. Section 9. The transformative power of gratitude. Gratitude is a powerful antidote to stress and negativity. When we focus on what we're grateful for, our perspective shifts. We begin to see the good in our lives, even amidst challenges. Gratitude helps us to appreciate the simple things that we often take for granted. A gratitude practice can be as simple as taking a few minutes each day to reflect on the things you're thankful for. You can write in a gratitude journal, share your gratitude with loved ones, or simply contemplate them in your mind. As you cultivate gratitude, you may notice that you feel happier, more content, and more connected to the world around you. Gratitude is not about denying the challenges in our lives. It's about choosing to focus on the good, even when times are tough. This shift in perspective can have a profound impact on our well-being. Section 10, Conclusion: Embracing Wholeness. Unlocking true weight loss and lasting health requires us to look beyond the surface. It's about addressing the emotional and psychological factors that contribute to our well-being. When we embrace honesty, integrity, and shadow work, we begin to heal the internal conflicts that fuel stress and disease. By cultivating self-compassion, mindfulness, and gratitude, we create a more peaceful and harmonious inner world. This inner transformation radiates outward, positively impacting our relationships, our work, and our overall health. The journey towards wholeness is ongoing. It's a process of continual growth and self-discovery. Embrace the journey and trust that each step you take brings you closer to a healthier, more fulfilling life.